Sanctions against the aviation industry are biting so intensively. Quite some vibration coming from the right engine. Pushed it away straight away. Said like, no, go, go, go. That's Russia. Today we're taking Russia's last flight allowed to enter European airspace on the country's most dangerous airline that has a long history of crash landing in fields. So I wasn't feeling particularly comfortable. But how come some of Russian airlines can still fly into Europe? The answer is the exclave of Kaliningrad, sandwiched between the two NATO members Poland and Lithuania. Before the war, the flight would take roughly 90 minutes and covers barely 1,000 kilometers in distance. However, since the start of the war, Russian registered planes have to take a detour through a thin strip of international airspace in the Baltic Sea, which is still controlled by European ATC. These planes are regularly greeted by military jets and have to strictly stick to their assigned corridor. So let's go on an adventure filled of cancellation and confusion. In part 1 of my Russian aviation adventure, I flew a stolen Airbus A320 of Aeroflot from Kazakhstan all the way to Moscow. After arrival, I spent 3 hours being interrogated by immigration officers, questioned about the war in Ukraine and my intentions of visiting the Russian Federation. I was eventually let go and made my way to the hotel, trying out the new Russian McDonald's and visiting the Red Square. So now let's see what day 2 has in store for us. Guys, a beautiful good morning. It is 5 a.m. It's minus 20 degrees outside, and today we're taking Russia's last flight that is allowed to enter European airspace. So let's do this. Let's head to the airport. So I'm staying at the iconic Hotel Ukraina, which is the tallest hotel in Europe and also one of the most famous in the world. Such a stunning architecture. It's like a time travel. I loved it, and I'm obsessed with Russian architecture. Just gonna check out. That's okay.
How was the stay?
It was beautiful. Thank you very much. Thank you. Have a good day. You too. Bye. What a beautiful hotel, isn't it? I love the architecture. And instead of taking a taxi to the airport, I thought we're going to take the iconic Moscow metro. So let's go there. It's freezing. I'm not even joking. It's freezing cold. It's minus 20 degrees. But the things that I do for you guys, no? I'm not complaining. So the metro opens at 5:30. It's 20 past 5. So if you're lucky, we still have it to ourselves. Oh, it's so cold. Here we are, Kievskaya, the ring line. Let's go inside. It's so slippery as well. Alright, I have to get a ticket. Funny thing is, with the Russian invasion of Ukraine, they removed all English options from the ticket machines, so it's a lot harder to navigate through it. But I think we can do it. It's 65 rubles for a ticket, which is approximately 65 cents. Alright, let's do this. Alright, so we got our ticket. Let's go for a ride on the most beautiful metro in the world. So it is one of the oldest metros in the world. The palaces for the people, that was the idea. And roughly 9 million people use the metro on a daily basis. It's incredible. I mean, look at this. How can you not love this? It's incredible. And that's what the metro looks from inside. And they even have USB chargers. Tell me one metro in the world that has built-in USB slots. I can't think of any.
Следуйте станции Алматинская.
So I made it. I'm on the bus to the airport. It's 6:37 and it's freezing cold. Well, here we are. Let's check in. It's all a little strange because my flight doesn't show up, which is supposed to leave at 9. Hi, how are you? To Kaliningrad. So there seemed to be a little problem, but even on the board, my 9 a.m. flight doesn't show up. But I checked the booking, it's 9 a.m. today. Well, hold on, 9 o'clock, not 11.
Time?
I have a flight booked for 9. So 9 a.m. There's no flight at 9 a.m. Ooh, fuck.
For sector D.
Alright, Sector D. Alright, thank you. Спасибо. So this is actually a massive problem because my 9 a.m. flight is cancelled. And that's what so many people told me, that right now in Russia, the sanctions against the aviation industry are biting so intensively, especially the lack of spare parts, that more and more flights gets cancelled. And that's how you end up in a situation like this. So I'm a victim of that now as well. But it's also screwing up my entire day because I was supposed to fly to Kaliningrad, stay there for 2 hours, and then fly back because I wanted to do a story or feature on Ural Airlines, and the only flight left that is allowed to enter European airspace. And now I find myself in this very, very tricky situation. So it does require a bit of crisis management. So I have to figure out how we're going to go from Kaliningrad, whether we're going to go back to Moscow or elsewhere. And I have to be in Sochi on Wednesday to catch my flight to Istanbul. So this is quite of a challenge, but let's see whether we can figure it out. So funny story worth sharing. So I went to Fast Track, and then you go into those body scanners, right? You raise your hand, it scans you, you walk out, and then you see a screen. And it happened that around my package, and it's not that big, there was like a highlighted area where it usually like requires more extensive search. And knowing Russia, it's the most masculine country in the world. So there is no way that one straight man searches another straight man's wiener. So I could tell as soon as it pops up on his screen, he would like push it away straight away. So like, no, go. That's Russia. Oh, interesting. So unfortunately, Ural Air or whatever their name is, they don't have a business class lounge here at the airport. It's only S7. S7 has a couple of lounges here. So, but I really crave for a good breakfast. So let's see what we can find. So I do get a lot of questions, people asking, Josh, what is it like to travel Russia? I think the most important thing is when you come here is to not dehumanize Russians for what their government is doing in Ukraine. And I had a couple of subscribers come and say hello here, and first thing you notice, they're very apologetic about the war. They say nobody wants it, everybody wants peace. Of course, there's hardcore people on both sides. They're very much for it, but I think this is the mindset that you have to have when you come here. Also get or expect immigration to get into questioning, interrogation, as I experienced it at Sheremetyevo. But from a practical side, obviously it's very annoying that it's cash only. So you have to bring a lot of cash into the countries, your card won't work. Here, I do feel sometimes a little bit of resentment of Russians towards foreigners. And I think that is a little bit of an issue. But other than that, Russians aren't, and I've been visiting this country for more than 15 years, Russians aren't the most welcoming people, right? They are very cold to people that they don't know and that they don't care about them. But once you are part of their inner circle, once they make you part of their family, they are the kindest and nicest people in the world. So you got to break the ice with them. And then they have a very beautiful and a very compassionate side as well. But yeah, also like booking flights, everything online due to the sanction is difficult, so you have to work your way around it. Obviously there's a lot of flight cancellations, a lot of issues. That is something that you need to take into consideration when coming to Russia. Apart from this, Russia is one of the most beautiful countries in the world. Moscow, St. Peterburg, Trans-Siberian. It has so much to offer, and I always enjoy my time here immensely. But yeah, this is the current situation. That's what it is, and that is what you have to keep in mind when traveling Russia in 2023, 2024. I don't think the situation is going to change anytime soon. So this, for example, is something I find absolutely disgraceful. Buying your invasion fan pack, it's unnecessary, don't need this. And from a news outlet like RT that consider itself as unbiased, absolutely unnecessary and stupid. Freezing! So guys, here we are, welcome on board this stolen Airbus A320 of Ural Airlines in a business class, and the only flight left of any Russian airline that is allowed to enter European airspace. Flight time usually is just like, I think roughly 90 minutes, but because of all the restrictions, it's almost like 3.5 hours to Kaliningrad. So yeah, let's see what this flight has in store for us. So we're just getting a bit of de-icing done, and from other airlines I know it that they spray the entire plane from nose to tail, but here on Ural Air they only sprayed the wings. I don't know, do I have to be worried? To the pilots among my audience, is that how it's done? Can you only do the wings? Are you supposed to do the whole plane? Please let me know in the comment section below. because, yeah, I'm a bit puzzled and worried. So we just reached cruising altitude, and something as a frequent flyer I've noticed is that there's quite some vibration coming from the right engine, which isn't normal. Like, I don't get that on any other flights, so definitely gonna keep an eye on it. I might just be overreacting, but there's definitely something wrong. So we are roughly 90 minutes into the flight, just past St. Petersburg, and now entering European Union airspace. And on my booking it said there's a hot meal included, or some food, some drinks, but yeah, nothing's really happening here in business class on Ural Airlines. Yeah, a bit puzzled, a bit confused, so I don't know what to make of it. So yeah, flight was like 250 euros, so it'd be nice to eat something. Yeah? So here we are, welcome to Kaliningrad, and I still have no idea how I'm going to continue from here. So I'm going to check this out right now, and then we'll see where we're going to end up tonight. So I've been looking at flights, there's not many options from here, definitely not to Moscow. So the best option is, so it's 1:30 right now, and at 3 p.m. there is a flight on Russia on the Sukhoi Superjet to St. Petersburg, and that's probably my best bet from here. So I'm going to book this right now, I'm going to check in, and then we're going to continue to St. Petersburg, and somehow I have to get to Sochi as well by latest tomorrow, so I can get my flight out of Russia. So this is already like, yeah, quite of an adventure. If Ural Air would notify passengers that their flights are cancelled, then we wouldn't be in the mess that we are right now. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hey? Bye-bye. So all checked in, and I'm slightly excited because I'll be flying the Sukhoi Superjet for the first time. Let's go to St. Petersburg.
Номер 8. Замена выхода на посадку, посадка в самолет.
Здравствуйте.
So, and here we are. Welcome on board the Sukhoi Superjet of Russia. I don't want to give away too much because I do a comprehensive review on this plane from Sochi to Istanbul. So you gotta hit that subscribe button right now if you want a comprehensive review of that. But it's still gonna take you to St. Petersburg, and then we're gonna see how we're gonna continue the journey from there. It's just, yeah, quite difficult today.
Беспокоили вас при включении табло «Застегнуть». Самолет готов к взлету. Желаем вам приятного полета. Благодарим за внимание. Ladies and gentlemen, our aircraft is ready for takeoff. We wish you a pleasant flight.
So half an hour into the flight and I have a hot meal in front of me, and let me tell you that Russia is a fantastic airline. So I can't wait to give you a proper Sukhoi Superjet Russia review from Sochi to Istanbul. And once again, we are going around the Baltics, a little bit of a detour on our way to St. Petersburg, since we're not allowed to enter European airspace. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know how it works and how this is communicated, but maybe somebody is or works for ATC and can explain how this flight is being dealt with. What are the rules? Because obviously it's Baltic and Scandinavian airspace, and they always seem to fly on that very thin line where both airspaces meet. Definitely very interesting story, and I think very devastating for Kaliningrad as well, because they literally lost all international flights. Anyways, I'm gonna eat, and then once you're on the ground, we just have to really like figure out how we get to Sochi, because yeah, that's quite of a headache to me, to be honest. Thank you. Bye. So that was my flight on Russia. As you see, you get your own bus as well as a business class passenger. Fantastic crew. A great experience. I love the Sukhoi Superjet, but once again, I don't want to give away too much because there's going to be a full and comprehensive review coming on the Sukhoi and Russia after this video. So stay tuned. But now, yeah, I gotta sort out my flights. I have no idea where I'm going to stay tonight, but I'm going to stay here in St. Petersburg. Whether there's still a flight to Sochi tonight or tomorrow, I guess I'll find out in a few minutes. So I've just been looking at flights, and there's nothing flying tonight anymore. I could just get to Moscow, but then I would have to stay the night there. But tomorrow there is a couple of flights, direct flights with Peterburg, Aeroflot, S7. So there's an airport hotel just across the road. So I'm gonna see what they charge for the night, stay there, freshen up a little bit, and then continue tomorrow morning to Sochi. I'll take you guys with me. But yeah, doesn't look too good. Not that many options, not many direct flights between St. Petersburg and Sochi. I could still go to Moscow, there's still a couple of flights, but it's kind of it. So I feel pretty knackered as well, so I could do with a good night's sleep, and then tomorrow morning we go to South Russia. Let's do this. So a couple of things I've noticed in St. Petersburg. It is not as cold as it is in Moscow. People are a lot nicer. People speak a much better English, and it does feel a lot more like Europe. I mean, I've been to St. Petersburg before. It's a beautiful, beautiful town, especially in the summer. But yeah, everyone is really lovely here today. I like that. So it says the main door is closed, but I can't find any other entrance. Got to sleep outside in the snow tonight. Where is the entrance of the hotel? Oh, thank you.
This is your keys.
515. All right. This way?
Yeah, this way.
All right. Thank you very much. Bye. All right. Got a room. One night. And then I'm going to check which flight I'm going to take out of here tomorrow. Was it 515 from way, right? This way. So here we are. Do we have a nice view? Do we have a nice view? I don't know. I can't move this curtain. I can. Yeah, I can see the Superjet. All right, guys. Let me get my laptop out, and then I'm going to see how we continue from here. Oh, damn. Because it's so freezing cold in Russia, and I'm going to Antarctica as well. I got those long johns, and I've been wearing them all day, and they're so tight, and it hurts so much if you're wearing them all day. So I just took them off. The best feeling in the world. Oh my God, I feel so liberated. I feel like I can breathe again. So good. I've been looking at flights. So I'll be flying out here tomorrow again on Russia. Again on the Sukhoi Superjet. So I'm not going to film this because I want to keep that for the flight from Sochi to Istanbul to give you a proper Superjet review. So going to end the video here, and that was it. Yeah, so video is done, finished. It was an exciting day. Like, things changed, and it was quite annoying. And now here I am spending the night in St. Petersburg, unplanned. It is what it is. But yeah, Ural Airways, absolute joke, terrible airline. But it was interesting to like enter European airspace, and Russia was actually pretty amazing. But yeah. Subscribe right now if you don't want to miss out on part 3, the last one of my Russia experience. Where were there going to be the highlights? The Sukhoi Superjet, business class, full review, and also exiting the country. Will I get into troubles again? Will I be hauled again? Will I be questioned? Will I be able to leave the country? That's definitely something worth subscribing for. And yeah, also, if you like this Russia aviation tour, you want to access some extra perks, have some behind the scenes, how I organize all these trips, join my monthly Zoom sessions, get your Cahill keyring, join my WhatsApp group, so many perks. Check out the link in the description box below. We have over 400 patrons now. It's growing and growing. Such a great community it is. I'm so grateful for it. So yeah, check out the link in the description box below. And other than that, let me know in the comment section below what you thought of today's Russia aviation adventure. I'm gonna book this flight, then I'm gonna go to sleep, and then I'll see you guys on the Sukhoi Superjet. Good night.